Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good week. Guys, this video was meant to go up yesterday, but unfortunately I didn't have time to record it Monday night when I got back from work. And also, for that matter, we had the Southampton game. So you guys know I don't like to do two videos in one day. So this is why it's coming up tonight. But basically, well, this afternoon I should say. But basically, what I originally wanted to talk to you guys about at the start of this week was because we are coming into the last few days of the transfer window now. It closes Tuesday, the 1st of September, right? So we've got 6 days to get what, in my opinion, to get 5 to 6 players in. So let's talk about it. But as always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting a hell of a lot of food banks, guys. Loads of people have basically been on the breadline since before COVID and since then as well. So that Iron Supporting Food Banks are doing an amazing job supporting loads of people. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. And guys, if you want to make a purchase in the shop link with for the channel, then by all means, please do click the Teespring link in the description below. The animation for the items are up here. And same thing up until deadline day. If you use the code OLAS OLAS at checkout, you get 10% off everything. So yeah, we're coming up to paydays for a lot of people now, and I've got some really nice designs, as you can see from the animation. So go grab yourself a bargain and get 10% off. Okay, so let's talk about it. So yeah, regardless of how well the players, the youngsters played last night, you know, Golombek has looked phenomenally confident. Look really at home again next to Kilman. Even Kilman himself played pretty well. I was able to, in the podcast that I did for the game yesterday, I did say that I wasn't able to watch the full game because unfortunately the stream I was watching, it was just looping and I missed a few couple of things. But I was able, and also the timing of it as well for that matter. But because I always get in too late when it comes to quarter-to-8 games. But guys, you know I was able to watch the extended highlights, and yeah, I'm angry. I'm still angry about the defending for that goal that we conceded against Southampton. 7 players in the box, 5 of them trying to make any kind of effort to try and clear it. Well, because I get the reasons why, but you know, because at the end of the day, guys, you know, we've got the nobody wants to go into Scienza because he's quick, and you know, there's a risk of giving away a penalty if you get the timing wrong. But at the same point, when you've got 7 players in the box and the ball goes round five of them, there's more than just Nuno's tactics at play here. There really is. And this is one of the reasons why I want to do this video, because it kind of cements what I'm talking about, especially bearing in mind that today it's been confirmed that West Ham has agreed a bid for Brentford to sign Diouf, I should say, from 35 million down, I think, rising up to 40 million quid. So reinforces what I wanted to say to you guys anyway, because we need to replace him. We need a left back. I'm sorry, I love Scarles to bits, and you can argue that Veltman coming in, he's literally covering either right back and left back position. Get it, 100%. But we still need to have that cover. You know, obviously Aaron Wan-Bissaka went off to Aston Villa, so we still need a left back. We need 2 now, basically, because you know Diouf's going, and as much as I love Skulls, I do think he needs more time. So, but we need somebody to shore up that defence. Mayers wasn't all that brilliant last night, especially in the build up to that first goal. I think Mayers is more of a centre back, but he was a little bit lazy with the other 4 players around him trying to clear it. But at the same, you know, not trying to just watching what was going on. But so there's 2 already. So 2 left backs, right? Areola is obviously shot. Because it looks like Finn Herrick is going to be the backup goalkeeper now. So that's Areola off. So technically, although Finn Herrick did quite a decent job last night, he's still learning. You know, it's his first senior full debut last night. He's still learning. Josh. So you know, we've got 3 already without even thinking about it. We need another centre back. Golan Beckis is brilliant. Don't get me wrong. You know, look very good, and he's been highly rated. I'm sure we'll see a fair chunk of him either in the League Cup or further into the season. But there's still 4 players, so we need a centre back to cover Todibo. Yeah, potentially 5 if Kilman doesn't buck his ideas up by January, or Mavropanos for that matter. If either of them don't buck their ideas up by January. So there's 5, I say there's 5 minimum there, and we haven't even got to anywhere else in the position yet. So we need 2 left backs as a recap, potentially a goalkeeper, centre back, maybe 2. Still, depending on what happens between now over the next 6 days. So for argument's sake, let's just say 4. All right, those 4 players. We need a defensive midfielder. It's great that we had Magassa back on the bench, but it's just like we'll see. We'll have to see what happens on that one. But at the same point, as I say, we certainly need a centre forward. Now, as much as I love Josh Ajaya, and I've been really, really earmarking him for great things over the last 2 to 3 seasons, and proved that last night. Scored a brace. Could have had a hat trick. Watching the extended highlights, could have had a hat trick about a couple of minutes in before he scored the equaliser. Great corner. Lewis Orford, phenomenal, as he always seems to be. So we've got Josh Ajala to give basically anybody in the forward line competition. Quite frankly, because he was out on the left hand side. Because obviously, what was it? It was because we had Solomon. He replaced him at the hour mark. Tactical pre-planned substitutions, granted. But we got Josh Ajala as back as competition for Pablo when he becomes fit. Could we now? That I know what everyone's saying is that he scored 2 goals. It's his first 2 senior goals. He scored 3. Remember, he scored a goal in the Stevenage friendly as well, pre-season friendly. So this could be the right time for him to break through, either on the left-hand flank as a number 10, or as a second striker, or maybe even first. Who knows? So we do have options in the academy to secure it, which I've been saying for season after season. But we're still looking at maybe 6 to 7 players to come in. Most of that to cover who's leaving, just to break even. If the club is serious about making a break for the Premier League, then we have to reinforce the defence. Midfield is relatively taking care of itself, and we just have to bolster a couple of players up front. We've got 6 days. We bought Bowen in 8 hours. 15, 16 years ago. Yeah, we bought him in 8 hours. West Ham can do the same. As I say, it looks like Diof's going to Brentford for 35 million plus add-ons rising to 40. That's money that can be earmarked, according to X, for going into defence, a defender that we need, and possibly another left back. I love Mayers, but I think he should be a centre back, 100%. He just doesn't look. He didn't look comfortable last season. He didn't look really comfortable last night either, for that matter, at left back position. One of the things that I love about our academy players is the ones that have got the momentum to do things, is they don't do it flashily. I mean, you look at Lewis Orford. He's been phenomenal with us. He's not a flashy midfielder. He's not somebody that is going to be, it doesn't do flicks and tricks like Joe Cole used to do. He gets the job done, and I love that about him. I genuinely really do love that about him. And likewise, Golan Beckis. Everybody took ages to grow into the game last night, but they did. That's the point. They did. Everybody grew into it. That's the perfect thing about it. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Am I asking too much from West Ham? As I say, because that's the minimum that we, in my personal opinion, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking on this. But that's my personal opinion on what West Ham need to do between now and the transfer window. Let's not forget, we haven't spent all that much. We've got a hell of a lot of money in. We're getting some more in by the looks of it. So now is the time for the club to go out, because you could argue the starting 11 was a starting statement saying, I've made 8 changes because we do not have the cover to do it. As it always is with West Ham, the juniors really grew into the game last night. But yeah, It baffles me. It really does baffle me what's going on at West Ham. It really does. But it's been baffling me since I was about that high. Do you know what I mean? We always have this. We always have this. Well, season after season, everyone gets surprised because it's the same thing every season. It really is. The only difference is what league we're playing in. That's it. That's the only surprising thing there. Everything else is exactly the same. But guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking on this. Look after yourselves. Take care. I'm going to be doing the you'll see the Watford preview go up tomorrow as well, for that matter. So keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be shot later today. But like I said, I don't like to overload the channel too much. I will do when we get more subscribers. So like, share and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. A couple of people have left over the last couple of days. Understandable. I haven't been making that huge and regular content, but I've never said this channel is going to be making daily content. I always talk to you guys when there's something to talk about. Simple as that, you know. But if you want truth, subscribe to the channel. Look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you soon. All the best now.